Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is our roleplay presentation about the summer solstice by Joaquin. And together with my co-members and with their characters, may I call on Rachel Palalon as Doña Luping, Maria Villalagos as Don Paeng, Dancer 2 and Boy 2. Gina Torres as Guido, Boy 1 and Dancer 1. Sheila May Dakulan as Amada, Boy 3, Townsman 1 and Dancer 3. Annalyn Atadero as Entoy and Dancer 5. And yours truly, Annabel Jacinto as Townsman 2, Dancer 6, and a narrator. Open curtains. Doña Luping enters the room, constantly fanning herself.
How long you have slept, Mama? We thought you were never getting up. Do we leave at 1 o'clock? Are we going now?
I implore you. Now look, your father has a headache and so have I. So be quiet this instant or no one goes to grandfather.
Saying the last part as if trying to scare the boys. The boys went back to their former agenda. Doña Luping saw the children's caretaker and went to her.
And why is it you who are preparing breakfast? Where is Amada?
Amada went outside through the back door without waiting for the children's caretaker's explanation. She can hear a woman screaming.
Not the close coach, Intoy. The open carriage.
But the dust, Senora.
I know, but better to be dirty than to be boiled alive. And what ails your wife, eh? Have you been beating her again?
Oh no, Senora. I have not touched her.
And why is she screaming? Is she ill?
I don't think so. But how do I know? You can go and see yourself, Senora. She is up there.
Doña Luping went to Entoy's room. Doña Luping shocked at what she saw. The woman acts crazily, but has stopped screaming when Doña Luping entered the room.
What is this, Amada? Why are you still in bed at this hour? And in such a posture? Come, get up at once. You should be ashamed. Entoy, tell me, has she been to the Tantarin?
Yes, Senora. Last night.
But I forbade her to go. And I forbade you to let her go.
I could do nothing.
Why? You beat her at the least pretext.
But now, I dare not touch her.
Oh, and why not?
It is the day of Santian. The spirit is in her.
But, man,
It is true, Senora. The spirit is in her. She is in the Tantarin. She must do as she pleases. Otherwise, the green would not grow. The trees would bear no fruit. The rivers would give no fish. And the animals would die.
Nako, I did not know your wife is so powerful, Intoy.
At such times, she is not my wife. She is the wife of the river. She is the wife of the crocodile. And she is the wife of the moon.
Doña Luping is talking with her husband.
But how can they still believe such things? You should have seen that Intoy. You know how brute he treats her? She cannot say a word but he trashes her. But this morning, he stood as meek as a lamb while she screamed and screamed.
He seemed actually in awe of her. Do you know? Actually, afraid of her. Don Paeng didn't utter a single word as he sat beside his wife.
Oh look, boys! There comes the St. John!
referring to the procession. We can see many townspeople coming in all different places.
Here comes the man with their Saint John!
That we, thy servants in chorus, may praise thee, our tongues restore us.
Doña Luping standing in the stopped carriage and still looking at the procession as it passed by.
They have all passed now.
Doña Luping just ignored her husband as she keeps on looking at the procession who are now at a distance.
Do you mean he stands all the way?
Saying it with a little bit of annoyance. Doña Luping looked around her and then sat down.
Has the heat gone to your head, woman? And did you see our young cousin Guido?
Oh, was he in that crowd?
A European education does not seem spoiled taste for country pleasures.
I did not see him. He waved and waved. The poor boy, he will feel hurt. But truly, Paing, I did not see him.
Well, that's always a woman's privilege.
We see the three boys are playing with their grandfather while Don Paeng is playing cards with some other men. We can see Doña Lupeng talking with Guido.
But I adore these old fiestas of ours. They're so romantic. Last night, do you know, we walked all the way through the woods, I and some boys, to see the procession of the Tatari.
And was that romantic too?
It was weird. It made my flesh crawl. All those women in such a mystic frenzy. And she, who was the Tatarian last night, she was a figure right out of the flamenco.
I fear to disenchant you, Guido. But that woman happens to be our cook.
She's beautiful.
Our Amada beautiful? But she is old and fat.
She's beautiful as that old tree you were leaning on is beautiful.
Beautiful, romantic, adorable. Is that the only words that you learned in your room?
I also learned to open my eyes over there to see the holiness and the mystery of one's will God.
And what is holy and mysterious about? About the Tatharin, for instance?
I do not know. I can only feel it, and it frightens me. Those rituals come us from the earliest dawn of the world, and the dominant figure is not the male but the female.
But they are honored in St. John.
What's your Saint John to do with them? Those women worship a more ancient Lord. Why? Do you know that no one may join those rites unless he first puts some article of women's apparel? And
what did you put on, Guido?
how sure you are? Oh, I made she love to a toothless old hag there, and she pulled off her stocking for me, and I fold of it over my arm like a glove. How your husband would have despised me. I think it is to remind us, men, that once upon a time, women were supreme and women were the slaves.
But surely, there have always been kings.
Oh, no. The queen came before the king, and the priest prettiest before the priest, and the moon before the sun.
The moon?
Who is the lord of the women?
Why?
Because the tides of women like the tides of the sea, or tides of the moon because of the first blood. But what is the matter? You? Oh, have I offended you?
Is this how they talk to decent women in Europe?
They do not talk to women. They pray to them, as men did in the dawn of the world.
Oh, you are mad. Mad.
Why are you so afraid? Look,
I afraid? Of whom? My dear boy, you still have your mother's milk in your mouth. I only wish you to remember that I am a married woman.
I remember that you are a woman. Yes, a beautiful woman. And why not? Did you turn into some dreadful monster when you married? Did you stop being a woman? Or did you stop being beautiful? Then why should my eyes not tell you what you are? Just because you are married?
This is too much.
Do not go. I implore you. Have pity on me.
No more of your comedy. And besides, where have those children's gone to? I must go of them.
Has young Guido been annoying you?
Yes, all after you.
These young men today, what a disgrace they are. I felt embarrassed as a man to see following you about with those eyes of a whipped dog.
And was that all you felt, Paing? Embarrassed as a man?
A good husband has constant confidence in the good sense of his wife. He kissed my hand. Do you see? They have the instincts, the style of the canalla. To kiss a woman's hand, to follow her like a dog, to adore her like a slave.
Is it so shameful to adore women?
A gentleman loves and respects women. The cads and lunatics, they adore the women.
But maybe we don't want to be loved and respected. We want to be adored.
We can see Doña Luping sitting in the sofa inside the house.
How can you wear those hot clothes, Lupin? And why the darkness? Order someone to bring light in here.
There is no one. They all have to see in the tatarim.
A pack of loafers we are feeding.
Doña Luping stood up and went to the window to look outside. Don Pang came to her and kissed her neck but ignored him. Doña Luping stood up and went to the window to look outside. Don Paeng came to her and kissed her neck but ignored him.
Listen, Paing, I want to say it too. The tatarin, I mean. I have not seen it since I was a little girl, and tonight is the last night.
You must be crazy. Only low people go there. And I thought you had a headache.
Go. My headaches became worse in the house. For a favor, Paing.
I told you, no. Go and take those clothes off. But woman, whatever has got into you?
Moved to a corner near the sofa to get a cigar.
Very well. Ako may liyaw-yaw? Very well. If you don't want to come, then don't come. I am going.
I warn you, Lope. Do not provoke me.
I will go with Amada. Intoy can take us. You cannot forbid me, Paeng. I am not a child.
Yes, the hit has touched you in your head, Luping. And since you are so set on it, very well. Let us go. Have the coach ordered.
You can see many townspeople are gathered, mostly women, to witness the tatarin.
Where'd they go now?
Here comes the God. Woman comes out and dances in the street. The people crowded the woman. We can see a woman at the center of the dancing woman. They dance like crazy. Dunya Lopeng was amazed by what she saw. Lupeng ignored her husband as she watched at the dancers with fascination. Without second thought, Doña Lupeng loosened her hair and followed the dancers, ignoring completely the command of her husband. Don Paeng went after his wife to grab her and take her back home, but instead, he got trapped at the dancing crowd.
You are crushing my feet! Oh, my shawl! My shawl! Stop pushing, shameless one, or I kick you! I pass! Let me pass! You were not... Aba! It is a man! How dare you to come here? Break his leg! Animal out! Throw him out! Throw him out!
Don Paeng was helplessly beaten by the dancers.
But what has happened to you, Don Paeng? Nothing. Where is the coat?
Just over there, sir. But you wounded in the face.
No, this is only scratches.
Go and get the senora. We're going home. Inside the carriage, Doña Luping noticed the bruised and tattered clothes of her husband.
What a sight are you, man? What have you done with yourself?
Don Paeng didn't answer and just ignored her because of his anger.
Why? Have they pulled out his tongue too?
We see them inside their bedroom. They started to argue.
What are you going to do, Rafael?
I am going to give you a whipping.
But why?
You behave tonight like a loud woman.
How I behave tonight is what I am. If you called me a lewd woman, then I was always a lewd woman. And whipping me will not change me, even if you will whip me all the time until I die.
I want this madness to die in you.
No! You want me to pay for your bruises!
How can you say that, Lupe?
Because it is true. You have been whipped by the women and now you avenge yourself by whipping me.
If you can think that of me,
You could think me a lewd woman.
how do I know I could think of you? I was sure I know you as I know myself. But now, you are as distant and strange to me as a female Turk in Africa.
Yet, you would dare whip me.
Because I loved you. Because I respect you.
And because if you cease to respect me, you would cease to respect yourself.
I did not say that.
Then why not say it? It is true. And you want to say it. Say it!
Why should I want to?
Because either you must say it or you must whip me. No,
I cannot whip you.
then say it! Say it! Why suffer and suffer? And in the end, you would only submit.
Is it not enough that you have me helpless? Is it not enough that I feel what you want me feel?
Until you have said to me, there can be no peace between us.
I adore you, Lupe.
What? What did you say?
That I adore you. That I adore you. That I worship you. That the air you breathe and the ground you tread is so holy to me. That I am your dog, your slave.
Then come. Roll on the floor and kiss my feet.
Don Paeng crawled to the floor, ready to kiss her feet.
Doña Luping raised her skirt. Don Paeng kissed her feet without any hesitation. Doña Luping gave a look of success. Closed curtains.